I will now open the Addressing the Declining Birth Rate Asian City Leaders Conference. Thank you very much for joining us today. I am Ishioka Yoshie, Senior Director for International Affairs of Tokyo Metropolitan Government, and I will facilitate this meeting. Now, I would like to introduce today's attendees. Governor Koike Yuriko was elected as the first female governor of Tokyo in July 2016 and is currently in her second term. She has been making energetic effort to tackle the issue of the declining birth rate even before taking office, when she served as a member of the National Diet of Japan. As governor, with a strong determination to create a society that enables those who wish to have children to do so with confidence, she has been boldly spearheading policies Tokyo should be adapting to achieve that goal. Governor Chachat Sittipan was elected as the 17th governor of Bangkok in June 2022. He began his political career serving as the Minister of Transport between 2012 and 2014. He is committed to make Bangkok a livable city for all by promoting various policies and initiatives aiming to improve quality of life for people of Bangkok and visitors alike. Mayor Chan Wan-an, currently 45 years old, was elected the youngest ever mayor of Taipei City. As a father of three, he uses his parenting experience to actively promote policies addressing the declined birth rate through relevant measures in fields such as housing, child care, and education. He is working to reduce child care costs and create a parenting-friendly environment to tackle Taipei City's declined birth rate issue. Now, I'd like to follow the program on the screen. Today's theme, the declining birth rate, has become an international trend. This trend is particularly noticeable in major cities, such as Tokyo, Bangkok, and Taipei City, where measures are being taken to address the declining birth rate. I asked the leader of each city to introduce their measure to cope with the declining birth rate and exchange opinions with us. We'd like to share wisdom and deepen our discussion on the issue of declining birth rate. Now, please introduce the initiatives of each city in about 7 minutes. Governor Koike, would you please begin?
Well, thank you very much. Before explaining what's going on in Tokyo, first of all, I'd like to thank Governor Chachat and Mayor Chan for participating in May, the great event of Sushi Tech Tokyo 2024 and City Tech and City Leaders Program. Thank you very much for your participation. Now, Governor Chachat of Bangkok and Mayor Chan, thank you of Taipei, and thank you so much for your time today. And we are here to discuss an important issue, the declining birth rate. And recently, the total fertility rate and number of births for Japan and Tokyo for 2023, that is the latest figure, were just announced, both hitting record lows. And Tokyo must take all possible steps to put a stop to this decline. And with the aim to realize a society that enables those who wish to have children to do so with confidence. And Tokyo is providing seamless life stage support, from finding a life partner and marriage to pregnancy, childbirth, and raising a child to adulthood. And today I'd like to introduce 3 initiatives that we are particularly focused on. Now, the first is the Tokyo 018 support program. Last fiscal year, we launched the Tokyo 018 support program with the idea to equally support the growth of each and every child. The program provides financial support to families raising children from birth up to age from 0 to age 18, so that society as a whole supports parenting. And all children are eligible for this program regardless their partner's parents' incomes. And this led to the abolishment of income limits for child allowances and issued by the national government. And this is one example of how our actions for the declining birth rate outpaced that of the national government. Second is our support for egg freezing. Mayor Chan is very much interested in this issue, right? And we wish to support women in their wish to make their own life choices. So for women who want to have children, but for various reasons find it difficult to take this step now. And we are providing a subsidy to help cover the cost of egg freezing, which is one option for preparing for the future. And we are seeing a huge response to this initiative. And so for this fiscal year, we have expanded the planned number of recipients of this subsidy from 200 to 2,000, a tenfold increase. And we are also providing subsidies to companies that have introduced systems for employees to take time off for egg freezing procedures. Third, the parental leave. With a wish to realize a society where people can shine both at raising children and at work, we have adopted a new Japanese term for parental leave, ikugyo, literally the job of parenting. And this expresses the belief that raising children is not time off of work, not lazy, but an important job to raise the future generation. We have even created a logo and are striving to raise momentum for this concept to be supported by society as a whole. Now, we are providing grants to companies that are working to build workplace environment that makes it easier for their employees to take parental leave. And through such initiatives, men in Tokyo taking parental leave rose significantly in 2023 to about 40%. And there are multiple reasons for the declining birth rate. And a range of measures are needed from pregnancy to childbirth to parenting, including the area of painless childbirth. And I hope we can enrich our policies even more through sharing our knowledge and expertise. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. Next, Governor Chachat, please.
Thank you, Governor Koike, for this initiative. Very good. For Bangkok, next slide, please. I think we have a problem of too much population in 1977. Next slide, please. So we have a motto, in 1977, more children, less wealth. So this embedded in our mind, So that's a bad mindset from the beginning. Next slide. So you see the blue line is our newborn, and the orange line is our death. In 1977, we have very high newborn. But after we have the concept declining and now intersecting, so we have more death than newborn for 2 or 3 years already. Next slide, please. But the problem is maybe for the country, it's more serious than for the city. This is a population in Bangkok. The green is registered, so the registered population decline. But if you include unregistered population, the city still attract workforce from other cities, total population still increase. So I think our city might create problem for other smaller cities because we attract more people. So I think that's one thing that we have to look at the country as a whole too. Next slide, please. So I think the concept for us would be the new generation was afraid of the quality of life for their children. So our concept try to improve livability for the city. As you see, we are much lower than Taipei and Tokyo. So we need to improve our livability to make people more confident in having children. So that's not including only expense, but maybe in other area. Next slide, please. So our team focus on cost of living, livable city, and social support. So there are three main themes. Next slide, please. For the livable city, we have all aspects of 9 guiding policy, environment, health, mobility, education. So we have to include all these aspects to improve livability of the people. Next slide, please. And for the elderly, so we try to improve accessibility and make their life easier in Bangkok. So not only for the newborn, but for the elderly, we improve their quality of life too. Next slide, please. So now we try to expand child care service to reduce financial burden. So now we start taking kids as old as 18 months, and we increase the number of kindergarten for our service. And then revise the curriculum to be a play-based learning. So create more service for the kids and make it easier for the parents to send the kids to the kindergarten and preschool. Next slide, please. And we offer free education for 12 years. This one provided by the government, not for the local authority. So every children got 12 years of free basic education. And we try to improve the quality of the public education to be as good as the private education. Next slide, please. For the elderly care, we promote elderly care center in every community and have activity for them, and also have elderly to help in the child care center. So we matching the elderly and the young together. Next slide, please. So we start a program for the infertility support as a universal care. So we have some consultancy service and then have ovulation stimulation and sperm injection and IVF support, but not as far as the keep the egg, maybe in the future, but we start this program to help infertility. Next slide, please. And we provide the financial assistance. So every kid from born to 6 years old, we get 600 baht or about 2,000 yen for every child. But this one, universal, everyone in the country, not only in Bangkok. And we have tax exemption, each kid about 30,000 baht. And every kid after get a tax exemption for the parents. Next slide, please. And then another thing, if we cannot produce our own population, we have to attract domestic and international workforce to become our population, So we have a long-term visa scheme. We attract high-skilled profession. I think similar to Taipei and Tokyo. So we have to attract talents around the world, even the labor or the talent skills. Yeah. So I think next slide, please. Yeah. So maybe that's it for the Bangkok. I think our plan may be not as strong as Taipei and Tokyo, but we need to look seriously into this matter. Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, Mayor Chang, please.
Good day to Governor Yuriko Koike of Tokyo, Mayor Checha Siripan of Bangkok, and all esteemed participants joining us online. I'm Wanan Chang, Mayor of Taipei City. The challenge of declining birth rate is one that our 3 cities are facing. It is an honor to exchange our experiences and solutions with fellow leaders today. Let's embark on the journey, much like an RPG game, to understand the challenges of marriage and childbirth. Instead of relying solely on cold, hard KPIs, the Taipei City government aims to offer game guides to new parents. Taipei's total fertility rate dropped from 1.35 in 2014 to 0.85 in 2022. marking 8 consecutive years of decline. If this trend continues, we anticipate nearly a 50% reduction in elementary school students over the next 2 decades. Young parents face numerous challenges, from the inconvenience of pregnancy to the difficulties of raising children. As a father of 3, with my youngest one just 1.5 years old, I've personally experienced countless sleepless nights feeding my baby while barely able to keep my eyes open. Our research shows a strong correlation between marriage and birth rate in Taipei. Thus, promoting marriage inherently promotes childbirth. Like our citizens, I believe we all share the common trait of being extremely busy, often postponing significant life events. Taipei has devised unique beginner's guides to help the younger generation navigate love and marriage. Beyond organizing social events, the city hosts relationship workshops involving activities like aromatherapy and board games to help participants better understand themselves and their partners. To encourage couples to consider having children, we've enhanced our health check subsidies before pregnancy. We fully support and aim for the safety of both mother and child, ensuring peace of mind for expectant parents. In 2023, Taipei pioneered a subsidy for medical egg freezing. This initiative offers cancer-stricken women under 40 the chance to become mothers, providing a one-time subsidy of around $650 for egg freezing and an annual management fee subsidy of around $100 for 4 years. Once pregnant, Taipei offers comprehensive support packages. Since last year, we doubled our birth incentives. For instance, from $650 to $1,300 for the first child. To alleviate the burden of living, for families with children under 12, we provide up to $100 per month in rental subsidies. For households with more than 2 children, we increase their chances of securing public housing through a lottery system.
Good. Good.
So, and in addition, we launched the Good Pregnancy Taxi service last year, combining the city's application to distribute pregnancy certificates and offering around $260 in taxi fare subsidies. This service covers entire pregnancy and the first 6 months post-delivery, providing free taxi rides. And so far, over 15,000 applications have been approved, facilitating nearly 320,000 rides. And starting this year, we extended the temporary childcare program to 10 p.m., catering to late working parents, particularly in the service industry. And we've also increased the number of temporary childcare centers from 4 to 19, ensuring availability on weekends. This initiative prevents mothers from leaving the workforce due to childcare responsibilities, allowing parents to work part-time or enjoy me time. Aside from expanding the public childcare facilities and daycare centers, Taipei also provides tuition subsidies for private kindergartens, covering up to $870 per semester. And this financial assistance makes quality early childhood education more accessible to families. More importantly, to create a work-life balance and alleviate concerns for young parents in the workforce, Taipei introduced the Friendly Childcare Business Award this year. And this award evaluates companies on flexible working hours, childcare allowances, and parental leave policies, recognizing exemplary businesses. And this positive reinforcement encouraged collaboration between the government and private enterprises to build a child-friendly city. And these measures have yielded positive results. Last year, in 2023, Taipei's birth numbers and fertility rate both saw an uptick. Notably, in October 2023, for the first time in 28 months, the number of newborns surpassed that. And last month, we recorded the highest number of newborns in 5 years for that month, reinforcing our commitment to these initiatives. I love babies and want to make Taipei one of the top baby-friendly cities in the world. As I mentioned in Tokyo this past month, if major cities collaborate and deepen exchanges, we can overcome challenges, solve problems, foster innovation, and achieve a fair and sustainable world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we will exchange opinions of the initiatives of each city. First, Governor Chachat, could you please ask your question to Governor Koike?
Yes, Governor Koike,
Yes.
very good program for the 018. I just wonder, in Thailand, when we have a program like this, it's provided by the government for every city. But this program is provided only, especially for Tokyo residents. So does it have any problems of people relocating or register in Tokyo and get subsidized, or any problem with the federal program or the government program?
Well, thank you very much, Governor Chachat, for asking me that question. And the cost of education and other expenses related to raising children is higher in Tokyo than other cities in Japan. So we have to fill the gap. And giving consideration to the fact that their financial situation may make it difficult for people to feel confident about having and raising children here in Tokyo. And we are working to lighten their burden by providing Tokyo 018 support to all children with no household income ceiling. This was very, how can I say, called the good sympathy amongst young families. And we have received views from our residents that this kind of support is very helpful because of the various costs of raising children, and that they are grateful that there is no limit to household income. Thank you very much, Governor, for asking me this.
Next, Mayor Chang, could you please ask a question to Governor Koike?
Okay.
Sure, thanks for inviting me again, Governor. And egg freezing is also a prominent topic in Taiwan. In Taipei City, we pioneered a medical egg freezing subsidy program last year for women aged under 40 who are diagnosed with cancer. And this program provides them with an opportunity to become mothers in the future. And we're still considering the possibility of expanding this program to include all women. Thus, we're interested in obtaining feedback from Tokyo regarding your experiences with your egg freezing subsidy program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Chan. And I was very much impressed by the results, how a childbirth, and the new birth is increasing. Congratulations. And I mentioned just now that we have significantly increased the number of people who can be subsidized. And this is because of the huge response to this support for egg freezing. And 10 times more people than expected applied to attend the information session. So I believe this also proves that many women wish to someday have children. So views received from our residents include that they have been freed from the pressure of marriage and pregnancy and liberated from the stress of waiting to have children, but not having enough time to do so because of work and other circumstances. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Next to Governor Koike, could you please ask your question to Governor Chachat?
Well, this is my turn to ask Governor Chachat about your plan. And how do you incentivize or convince the private sector in Bangkok to participate in your initiative? Your initiative is wonderful.
Thank you, Governor Turkey, for the question. I think it's important because as the government, we cannot really force them. They need the collaboration from the private sector. So I think the first thing would to stress them the importance of increasing population for the city because that means economy in the future. So I think first we have, as I said, we have a mindset of too many kids, not good. So I think we have to explain the idea first. And then we have to make it easy for the private sector to apply all these measures. Also some innovation, I think we have, even in our building regulation, we initiate some laws that if you build child care center in your building, or if you build elderly care in your building, you get more space, you get more FAR in your building. So I think try to make incentives that relate to their business and including all these facilities in that. So I think we need to do innovative solution to make the business sector involved in this. That will make things happen. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next to Governor Koike, could you please ask your question to Mayor Chang?
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I would like to ask you one question. What is the key to improving the fertility rate? Your achievement is
Thanks for your
great.
question.
Yes?
Yeah, the key to improving the declining birth rate lies in reducing the pressures young people face in balancing their careers and personal lives. Stability in employment and income is crucial for them.
Yeah.
So minimizing the career impact of having and raising children would encourage more young people to consider starting families. A significant part of our strategy is to provide high quality, affordable, and reliable childcare services. And this enables young parents to pursue their careers without having to choose between work and childcare. In addition to expanding daycare centers, we are launching a new workplace babysitters policy this year. This initiative encourages companies to set up childcare facilities in spaces of at least 33 square meters, capable of accommodating up to 4 children. And this allows working parents to keep their children close during work hours. The city government is leading by example with departments like the Department of Social Welfare, establishing these facilities. And we're also actively engaging with private companies, tech firms, media outlets, and NGOs such as the European Chamber of Commerce to promote and collaborate on this initiative. And this is our next pilot project aimed at creating a more family-friendly work environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next, Mayor Chang, could you please ask your question to Governor Chachat?
Sure. Governor, in Taipei City, we have recognized that boosting the birth rate requires comprehensive support for pregnant women, young families, and children. And we aim to encourage young people to consider having children. However, we face challenges in identifying the most effective strategies to achieve this. So we would like to know, and that would be greatly appreciate your insights on what you believe to be the most crucial factor in persuading couples who are currently hesitant to have children to reconsider their decision.
Thank you, Mayor Chiang. I think I ask myself because I have only one kid, and I ask why I have only one kid. We are afraid of their future, right? Because we are afraid that they're going to live in the difficult society, pollution, air pollution, or a burden for them. So I think I talk to many young couples, and I think what they concern is the quality of life. because they want their kids to be in the good quality of life situation. That's why we implement the 9 policies that we should improve everything in environment, traffic, education, healthcare system, to make the quality of life better, make the city more livable, and then reducing the risk for them. So the risk may be about the expense, about the cost of bringing up the children. I think so, but when it comes to the conclusion, I think quality of life is the most important. And once you have good quality of life, you have good providing, reducing risk for the parents. All these factors will make them more confident to have a kids. I think you are a good example of having 3 kids. Congratulations. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
Next, Governor Chachat, could you please ask your question to Mayor Chang?
Yeah, Mayor Chiang, I think the Taiwan, you are very notorious for your advanced technology, right? AI, computer chips and everything, and congratulations on that. I think technology would be the key thing to help solve the problem because it can scale very quickly. You have proper tools or proper technology, it can solve many problems very quickly. So, in your opinion, what can you do on the technology side, or from your example, you have anything that can help solving this problem by technology?
Thank you for your question. So last year in 2023, the average age at which women had their first child in Taiwan was 31.5 years old. So many women who want children may miss their prime fertility years. My wife and I personally experienced the tough journey of trying to have children, and it took us 10 years to welcome our second child. Each fertility treatment can cost around US $6,000, and it is not uncommon for people to spend a lot and still fail to conceive. So this is why during my time as a legislator, I pushed to extend fertility treatment subsidies to include more than just low-income families. So starting this year, 2024, Taipei City is introducing medical egg freezing subsidies. We have also included the AMH test in our post-marriage and pre-pregnancy health checks to help couples prepare for fertility treatments. Taiwan's fertility treatment technology is world-renowned, ranking second globally, and it is considerably affordable. Consequently, many international couples come here for treatment, and this year's International Fertility Medicine Forum will also be held in Taipei City. Currently, Taiwan is considering including single, women, and same-sex couples in our fertility laws, and we hope that our advanced fertility technology will help boost our birth rate in the future. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, could you, Governor Chachak, could you please share some of your thoughts on this discussion?
I think it's very important discussion and very important to the future of the cities, but not only the city and the countries too. And we see good example from Governor Koike on the 018 program. I think it's very good idea. And also from Mayor Chiang, and we can see the result clearly. Congratulations on this, and you are providing the good example. And I think to be truthful to you, we haven't thought much about this problem, until Governor Koike raised this issue. So I think it's time for all cities and all countries to think about this problem seriously and share the knowledge so we can provide solutions that fit our situation. Thank you very much, Governor Koike, for this session, very important session.
Mayor Chang, could you please share some thoughts on this discussion?
Sure. Thank you so much again for inviting me, Governor Koike. As we wrap up our discussion, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you again for Governor Koike and Governor Cheche for sharing their invaluable insights and experience with us today. And this conversation has underscored the importance of working together to address the issue of declining birth rates. So we've discussed the common challenges we face and exchanged some excellent ideas that we can implement in our respective cities. By collaborating, we can create better support systems for families and hopefully encourage higher birth rates, securing a brighter future for everyone.
Right.
So let's keep this momentum going and turn our ideas into actions that will benefit our communities. I look forward to continued collaboration between our cities in the future and learn lessons from each other. Thank you so much, and thank you again for inviting.
Thank you very much. Finally, Governor Koike, could you please share some closing thoughts?
Well, Governor Chachat and Mayor Chan, thank you very much for inspiring us to take a good measure to fight against the declining birth rate. And this declining birth rate has become a prominent issue in many cities in the world, making it a major issue for our region, Asia as well. So Governor Chachat, Mayor Chan, today, through sharing wisdom and deepening discussion on the topic, I believe we were able to convey to each other our city's commitment to addressing the declining birth rate. So let's work together to tackle this issue. Thank you very much for sharing your time today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
ありがとう。
Thank you very much.
謝謝。
We learned a
Have a
lot.
good evening.
Good evening.
We learned a lot from the unique measures against declining birth rates implemented in each city, and found this meeting to be very informative and productive. Now it is time for us to adjourn the meeting. Goodbye.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Thank you so
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.